Greetings. Thanks for coming back. I'm Eric Backer, the naturopath from New Zealand. And as you know, this is quite an extensive channel. We've got a lot of information regarding candida, yeast infections, but also lots of different health complaints on this channel. I've been a clinician for over 30 years, but I've also been, what not many people know, a supplement formulator. I've made many different products over the years. This was one of my most popular supplements I created back in 2006. It's called Daily C. It went on to become New Zealand's leading high potency vitamin C powder. It's been copied now by many companies. We've had all sorts of people just grabbing this formula, copying it, throwing their labels on it. I'm used to that. It's the best form of flattery is when someone loves your formula and copies it. Now, this was a very powerful product. It's still working today, and it's being sold by a company in New Zealand that I sold out to several years ago. But guess what? I made a better version of this, okay? It's called C3K Plus, and it's available for everyone now online. I've only got the label here. There it is there, C3K Plus. I'll tell you all about it in a sec. The other product made by NZ Formulations, which is the company that actually makes the C3K Plus, is the Omega 3 Plus, which we'll talk about also later. So I've got quite a bit of experience with formulating. And long before the COVID crisis, and pandemic and things like that, I knew the importance of boosting up a person's immune system in the clinic, because I had patient after patient coming in with all kinds of vitamin C and omega-3 fish oil products that were basically crappy things. They weren't really good. They were not good formulations. They didn't have the potency there. They didn't have the correct formulation of nutrients or ingredients that work synergistically to give your cells that antioxidant protective effect you're looking for, to boost up the production of killer cells, to improve many aspects of your immune function. Now, I'm not claiming at all that the C3K Plus is a cure for COVID. It's not like that at all. All right? It's got nothing to do with curing COVID. What it's got to do is it's got a lot to do with supporting and getting your immune system up to quite a high rate. Do some Googling yourself. Go and have a look what vitamin C does for the body, particularly for the adrenal glands, but more importantly for the immune system, what it does. It gets your immune system in a very, very good position, and many people today would like their immune system supported or boosted. So let me explain a bit about the C3K Plus and why it's an improved version of Daily C. Okay. So what I tried to create when I made the Daily C powder, I wanted to create a very high potency vitamin C product that had not been made before, but it had a few special criteria. A, had to be made from highest grade raw materials. B, it actually had to taste okay and not like crap. Has to mix very well in water and be easily absorbed. And it needs to have the synergistic effect of A, C, and E. Okay? So vitamins A in the form of beta carotene, vitamin C in the form of ascorbic acid, and mixed ascorbates, which we'll talk about in a minute, but also vitamin E. Okay, so C and E in particular are very, very important vitamins to have together. So if you're just buying a plain old, for example, Amazon ascorbic acid powder, you're missing the boat. You're not getting that potency of the product in terms of its effect, how it works with vitamin E. Also, zinc's very important. For example, in this product here, in the Daily C, we put in, I think it's about 5.6 milligrams of elemental zinc we put in there, but in the C3K we put 11.5, I think almost 12 milligrams of elemental zinc. So I've made C3K basically the supercharged turbo version of the 4-cylinder car. Okay. Now, what I've also done, if you look at the supplement label, to stop all these schlemiels from copycatting everything I do, is I've got 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C. I'm not telling people exactly how it's broken down, and I don't need to, because it's my baby. I designed this product. I don't giving people, Coca-Cola don't put their recipes all over the internet, do they? Okay, this is proprietary information. But I can tell you now, it's got an awful lot of vitamin C in it that will not affect your tummy because it's in a buffered solution, okay? So we've partnered it up. The ascorbic acid, we've partnered it up with ascorbates. So this is going to lessen the blow. It's not going to create burping and bloating and sick feeling that ascorbic acid can do. I've got calcium, magnesium and potassium ascorbate. And we've also put in there zinc ascorbate and manganese ascorbate. And there's a 9-to-1 ratio of zinc to copper, which is the smart thing to do in a supplement. We're using copper bisglycinate, and we're using a zinc chelate. So this nice sort of relationship between copper and zinc is not going to then get disaffected, because if you take zinc on ongoing basis, it's not good without copper. You need them both together. The other beautiful advantage of the product is it tastes really nice, and you will love how this tastes. It blends well in water. You need 1 scoop per day. 6.75 grams is going to give you a lot of vitamin C and a boost that your immune system really needs this time of year, winter time, but any time. It just shows you, pandemics can happen at any time. But even if there wasn't a pandemic, this would still be a fantastic product to take on a daily basis. Okay, it's called C3K Plus. C3K, so 3,000 plus. That's the crazy name. So look out for it. It's on the Canzita.com website. You can find it on there. And you'll also find it partnered up with the Omega-3 Plus, which I'll do another video on after this, and you can watch that too. So look, if we just look at the features of this product again, so my apologies, that's just the label, because this is hot off the press. I've been working on this formula now for over 18 months to try and perfect this formula. And as you can see, I've got many different containers of all sorts of lots and versions that we've played around with, okay, just to get it perfect. It's got stevia abundia in there for the sweetening agent. It's got a little bit of sodium bicarb in there again, which again is a buffer and to give it a bit of fizz. I think you're going to really like the product. If you've got a child, you could give 1/4 of a scoop, but an adult 1 scoop per day is going to be a fantastic adjunct to your immune system. So what's it got in there? So let's go through the label. Vitamin A, beta carotene, 3,000 micrograms per serve. So I won't go into detail on every single nutrient, but if you go and have a look at Canzita.com and you go to the C3K Plus page, you can read all the technical information I wrote about this product. There's a lot of information and explains all the benefits and features of all these raw materials, okay? But of course the biggest thing in here is the vitamin C. Large amount of ascorbic acid, and probably around 2 grams, 2.4 grams I think I got in there. That's a lot of vitamin C. And then of course we've got the ascorbates that come together and bring it up to 3,000 milligrams, okay? We've got the D-alpha tocopherol succinate, which is the best form of vitamin E in terms of absorption. All right. Now it's clever because we're using a fat-soluble vitamin and we're using a water-soluble vitamin, okay, the E and the C. One supports the inside of the cell, one supports the cell membrane. Both work as antioxidants to secure the cell and to stop it from being damaged, basically. That's why they call it antioxidant. And of course the zinc is paramount for protecting lungs and diseases and things from viral onslaught or bacterial. Go to Google and have a look at zinc and viruses, for example, and I think you'll be quite impressed. And of course the copper with the zinc relationship we talked about. It's also got almost 1,100 grams of lemon fruit peel powder in it. Now this is bioflavonoids. I've found a really top company in the States that make one of the world's best bioflavonoids. Now bioflavonoids are a naturally occurring compound that you're going to find in a lot of different plants just under the skin. Super powerful to stop insect attack, to stop UV damage, things like that. Rutin, hesperidin, quercetin are the 3 primary bioflavonoids in this product. Really good for skin, good for capillary health, good for eyes, good for heart, good for kidney. Fantastic. Vitamin C works way better when you partner it up with bioflavonoids, because in nature you won't find a vitamin C compound without bioflavonoid right on top of it, okay? It's like eating fries without salt. You can't do that, it's gross. They need to go together to work best. So now you can see how the formula is all built up in all these layers to really get the immune system working quite well. When you go and do the research like I have, you'll see how the immune system is favorably affected with a compound like this that we made here. You're going to get a reduction in inflammatory mediators, and it's going to really work well for people with arthritis or people with inflammatory diseases, autoimmune problems, coughs, colds and flus. But for adrenal fatigue, this is a product par excellence. The adrenals need a lot of vitamin C. In fact, in the old days, when doctors wanted to know what the vitamin C level or ascorbic level in a human body was, they could assay it through the adrenal glands because they store most of the vitamin C in the body. It's incredible. So under stress, you need vitamin C. And you'll see that a product like this will certainly help those people under stress, boosting up their immune system, allowing the adrenals to do their job. What else can I tell you about the formula? Probably not much more, but I've got a lot more videos to make on the C3K Plus. I'm super excited about this because I've been working on it for so long. Remember, this is the pedigree, the background. That's the 4-cylinder. Now we've got the Lamborghini of vitamin C. I've seen nothing like this on Amazon. I've seen nothing like this online. You go and do your own searches, your own math. You come back and show me a better formula than the C3K Plus. I'd like to see it. Thanks for tuning in.